EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, it's the 272nd and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one to finish things off, as it'll be the Aviators of Buenos Aires taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Betts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
To throw on 2nd down, Betts. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Let's go.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Aviators post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Ready.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
On the double.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Claude red. Field flat. Black shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll take it at the 42. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion, the tight end. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10. from the gun. They'll try to run it.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Betts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hendricks. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Down.
2nd and 6. Up the middle, Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 5.
Black Ultra. Blaster, stick. Right.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And this is going to be incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw. Hendricks. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Hendricks. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hendricks. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ball red. Steel, black. Set.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 37-yard line.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Fight, fight. Drill 3. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Hendricks. And he will find his man on the outside. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A final shot before break. Betts rolling to his right. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Steelers nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Watch out now. 50 series. 6. Mega.
Looking to throw on second down. Hendricks. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Aviators 24. Steelers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Blaster. 6. Ready.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third down and 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Green Jack. 5. 97.
Back to throw. Hendricks. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Trouble. 38. Needle blue. Set, go.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's Miller, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Throwing on first down. Betts. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Okay, right, red, yellow. Red, cycle. Slice blue. Blue striker. Claws red. Cut.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Field black. Ready?
To throw on third down. Hendricks. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Black shot. Set.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Right, white. Cheetah, cheetah.
Back to throw. Hendricks. He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Okay, ready?
Off play action. Betts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to try and take off with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Boy, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Got ready? No, no.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Off the bootleg. Betts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
3rd and long.
Check.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Dances by him, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of a run through 3 months, though, but they trail big here.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now he's forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Buenos Aires, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.